Alright, in this video today we're going to be adjusting the blade on the 5-star senior. What you're going to need is a 5-star senior, alright, and a Phillips head screwdriver. Okay. If you guys like the video, make sure to like the video. If you guys have any comments or questions, make sure to leave them below. And if you guys want to see more content like this, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell. Alright, let's get right into it. So basically what we're trying to do is we're trying to adjust this clipper to where it's going to cut as close as possible. Okay. In order to do that, we need to understand what's going on with these blades when the clipper's on. All right. So this blade does not, this cutting blade, right, the top blade does not move directly side to side. Okay. What happens with this blade, instead of it moving directly side to side, it moves in like an arc shape, right? And there's a reason for this, right? There's an arm in here, okay, that attaches to this blade, and that arm is pulled by a motor in here to the left side, right? And it's pulled very fast. So it's pulled, let go, and on and so on and so forth. Okay, so since the arm is attached back here, all right, since the arm is attached back here at a solid pivot point, right, and the blade moves, okay, what we're gonna have is we're gonna have an arcing shape. So let's say this is the blade here, and this is the pivot point here, right? So if I had the blade here and the pivot point here, and I move, you see how on one side it's low. Right now it's lower than it is here, right? So what's happening again, that it's going in an arcing shape. Now it's not doing that a lot, all right? It's not like it's completely arcing, right? It's arcing a little bit, okay, because the blade only moves a little bit. So again, with this example here with the screwdriver, you know, if I only move a little bit, sure, it looks like I'm going parallel or side to side directly, but I'm actually arcing a little bit. The more I go, the more you see it, okay? So it's moving a little low on one side or the other. Each clipper is different, and we're gonna have to assess, you know, what's going on, all right? So again, the way we're gonna adjust these is we're only gonna need a Phillips head screwdriver and a machine, all right? And we're gonna, for our first step is just to loosen these back screws. I'm just gonna loosen them, and then we want them loose enough to where we can move the blade. I don't know if you can see there. We want them loose enough to where we can move the blade back and forth. You see, if I move the blade too far back, our cutting blade is exposed, and that was really bad. Okay, this is really, really bad. You do not want your cutting blade exposed because you're gonna tear somebody up. Okay. On the flip side, you don't want the steel blade too far up because you're not going to cut as close as you want. And when you extend the lever, you're going to be off of where the actual teeth are of the steel blade. So your cutting blade is going to be off of the steel blade. And all you're going to do is pull here. You're not going to cut anything when the blade's open. Okay, but we adjust the blade while the blade is closed. Okay, so we're going to close the blade. We're going to loosen these up a little bit, and we're going to make them even. Okay, what I want to do here is make sure that they're even. Okay, you can look at them like this. You could also look at them like this and make sure that, you know, these last teeth are the same distance from the top than they are from the bottom there. All right. So make sure they're even. Okay, and right now they look pretty even. Okay, it's not zero gaps, it's not all the way to the end, but I'm doing like this on purpose. Okay, so I'm leaving a little tiny bit of space. All right, I'm leaving a little bit of space here. All right, so this is one way to look at it. Like this. All right, I'm leaving a little bit of space. You can see it's all even all the way across. And you can look at it like this. So I'm going to make sure that this blade here and this blade here are the same distance they are on this side and they are on this side. Okay, same distance. Okay, so after we do that, we want to go ahead and tighten. All right, now I'm not cranking it tight. I'm just tightening it slightly on both sides. so that the blade does not move, okay? So tightening a little bit, and then tightening a little bit, and then tightening a little bit until it's tight. So after it's tight, all right, after it's tight, I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the clipper, and hopefully you guys see what it is I'm talking about when the blade shifts. If I'm not mistaken, on this clipper, the left side is gonna be going down, okay? Which means that the right side is going up. So if the left side is going down, right? So if the left side is going down, that means that the right side is going up. And that's exactly what's happening here. Now again, I'm exaggerating with my hand so you guys could see what I'm talking about in the video. But hopefully you guys, I'm gonna slow it down for you guys, and hopefully you guys can see what I'm talking about when the blade shifts down, okay? Hopefully you guys saw what I was talking about, that this side's coming down a little bit and this side's going up a little bit. All right, but now that we have it pretty close, we're going to basically just move the side that the blade is moving up. Okay, so since the blade is moving up on this side, it's going to be closer to the edge and possibly going over the edge, and that's why I don't know if you feel like a clipper is closer on one side, cuts closer on one side, and then cuts shorter on the other. Or sometimes it nicks on one side, it doesn't nick on the other. Well, that's what's happening, okay? The blade is shifting upwards on one side, and we need to make sure we fix that, okay? So what's gonna happen is after we do this, when we look at it sideways like this, it's not going to look straight across. What's going to happen is that this side is going to look longer and this side is going to look shorter. But what happens is that when we turn the clipper on, they're both going to be at the same level. Okay, they're both going to cut the same. Okay, because again, the side's going to move up. All right, so let's go ahead and do that now. Okay, so we're only going to loosen this one, and then we're only going to move this side up a little bit. And that way, this side stays the same because it's good already, and this side moves up a little bit so that the cutting blade doesn't cut anybody. After we got it, we're going to go ahead and tighten it up again. All right, and then what we're going to do is check it. All right, so we're going to turn on to check it. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see when I turn it off, and let's say when we look down the side of it, if you guys can see, this side over here looks a little bit longer than this side. All right, that's okay, like I said, because this cutting blade is moving upward and this cutting blade is moving downward. Let me see if I can turn it on so you guys can see it like this. I'm not sure if you see that there on the left side here, the tooth is coming down. It doesn't move straight across. And if you guys can see on this side, okay, it's moving upward. So after we've done this, we're pretty much done, okay? We want to make sure that the distance here is what we want. It's pretty close to what we want, all right? And that's it. All right, so the next thing you guys could do if you want to, if it needs it, is adjust the power screw, or adjust the power, okay, with the power screw, okay? So the power screw is right here, all right? And basically what that's gonna do is it's gonna bring the arm that's moving this blade closer to the magnet. If it's closer to the magnet, it's gonna create more power, right? So basically what we're gonna do is we're going to tighten the screw down until it starts until the arm starts hitting the housing of the magnet. That means we're too close to the magnet. And so what we're going to do is we're going to pull off a little bit by coming counterclockwise again. Okay, so pulling back, loosening the screw a little bit until it stops making that noise. Basically what it means is we're as close as possible to the magnet without hitting the magnet, which means that we're at maximum power. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and demonstrate that for you guys right now. First thing you wanna do is turn on the clipper, then turn the screw clockwise, right? And then turn it counterclockwise, right, until it stops making the noise. Right, and that's it. Okay, right now we're at maximum power, right, and the blade is adjusted to my liking. Perfect. If you want it a little closer than this, you can put it a little closer than this. You have to be more careful. And if you want it a little bit farther away from this, you could do that as well. Just make sure that when you open the blade up completely, it's still where the cutting blade is still where the steel teeth are. All right, because if not, you're gonna just pull hair. All right, so that's the end of the video. I hope you guys liked the video. Again, make sure to comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one.